Okay, for angles of rotation, standard position means that you have this initial side with the vertex here at the origin, and the initial side is your fixed side here on the positive x-axis, and then you have this terminal side, which is what has rotated, and that gives you your angle measure. You have what are called coterminal angles. You can have a positive measured angle, and then you can have a negative measured angle. The positive is measured counterclockwise, and your negative angle is rotated counterclockwise. And the positive one is usually between 0 and 360 degrees. We will find those coterminal angles. We can also do angles that are rotated more than once around the vertex, around the origin, and we can have larger than 360 degrees. And we will discuss measures of that magnitude. For the second part, for radian measures, a radian has to do with, if you've been in geometry, the outside of a circle, you have, of course, the circumference of the circle, but different pieces of the circle, those are called arcs, and you can get the measure of the arc length. So if you have from the center, from the origin, an angle that intersects the outside of a circle, you can get smaller arcs, and we can measure those arcs. That S is equal to that angle, generally a central angle, times the radius. That is what is called a radian measure. So you are used to angle measures in degrees, and then what we have what is called the radians, and that is directly linked to arc length. And we are going to convert degrees to radians. So here's a conversion, and these are the converting from degrees to radians and radians to degrees by pi over 180 if it's directly linked to circumference or arc length. So if you take 20 degrees and you want to know the radian measure, if you multiply 20 degrees by pi over 180, you end up with, let's fix this. This is pi over 90, not pi over 180. All right, continuing on, we are going to do some problems having to do with angular velocity. Arc length is used for angular velocity, which means you have an object that turns in a time interval, as in if you'll take a look at a clock, like a regular clock, with hour, minute, and second hands. Your second hand rotates 6 degrees every second, and through 360 degrees per minute. So we can talk about angular velocity and go through some problems and determine angular velocity. Unit circle. We are going to discuss the unit circle. It has commonly used measures from trigonometry, angles of rotation, the radians, and the corresponding degree measures. So if you will complete this unit circle, it's called unit because the radius that has been rotated around is a length of 1, meaning a unit, 1 unit. So that's why it's called a unit circle. So if you'll complete this unit circle, and we will use it and also discuss how we arrive at 30 degrees and why we have 60 degrees and 90 degrees. And really, these are 30 and 60, 90 degree angles all the way around, just multiples of them all the way around the unit circle. I love this thing. But anyway, so that is the complete notes for parts 1, 2, 3. And what we will use for the first couple of days. That is it. We will do part 4 later on the next couple of days.